Well, hello, folks. Welcome back. George here. I hope all of you are doing good. Today, well, I want to talk about the movie Jaws and the similarity to Jaws and to real life events. And a lot of people always ask the question, was Jaws based on a true story?
Slow ahead. I can go slow ahead. Come on down and chum some of this shit.
And actually, it was based on similarities that actually happened, true events. But I want to show you something that just happened this week.
Wait, on those Florida incidents, beaches were ordered closed after that first attack, but officials reportedly did not act fast enough until 2 other teens were attacked just miles away. This morning, a stretch of Walton County, Florida beaches now closed after a shark attack left 3 swimmers injured. Watch as moments after one of those attacks, a beachgoer captures a shark lurking dangerously close to shore. Walton County officials say on Friday a shark bit a 45-year-old woman swimming in Watersound Beach, leaving her with significant trauma and an amputated arm. Just 90 minutes later and 4 miles away near Seacrest Beach, a 15 and 17-year-old attacked by a shark while in waist-deep water.
This is an anomaly. Everything from it being 3 victims to where it's at. All we can do is respond, control what we control, and mitigate what we can.
When you go to the beach, when you go to the ocean, you take that chance. So it's very interesting. So I want to show you something here that is very similar to this story we just saw there. If you look at this mural right here. And where we're at, we're in Mattawa, New Jersey. And you see this channel right here, right? And you see this shark mural. And you see the numbers 1916. Well, it turns out, folks, what this is an actual true location of a shark attack. A very tragic shark attack where people were attacked in this location. And unfortunately, people were told that there was a shark in this area. Nobody believed them until it was too late. So I want to take you over here. This is Google Earth. This is a very important part of this story. So I'm going to show you this channel right here, okay? And this is called the Mattawa, New Jersey Creek, okay? So Mattawa, New Jersey. And if you're looking at a distance right through there, if you squint enough, you can see New York City. That's the skyline. But look at here. Here's the ocean, right? And here is the channel. Now, what makes this bridge so interesting to this story is that there was a sea captain, and he was standing on this bridge, and we're not sure what side, but he happened, let's just say that he was on this side, and he actually saw a shark coming right down through the channel here, through the creek. And he seen it, and seen that it was heading to the Mattawa town, right? Down through here, to this channel. Well, he goes, he tells people, the townspeople, and, well, nobody believed him. Nobody. They said it's impossible. There'd be no way that a shark could come down through this channel here, through this creek, and get into the town area of Mattawa. Well, now this all happened in 1916. So the shark swam all the way down through here, crossing under this bridge, right? And kept going, Okay, and kept going. So you can see the shallow water, right? And you see the depth of it. It doesn't look like it's very deep. But imagine, from this distance, way back through here, where we're at, right? The shark swims under this bridge and heads this way. Now, imagine in 1916, you as a kid, it's very hot in this area, and you want to go swimming. Well, there was a fella by the name of Lester Stilwell, and he was very young, but he was with him and his friends. They went down this little road. There was a road back in 1916. And things have changed quite a bit in this area since then. But they made their way over here, and there used to be some wooden docks right here. And this is called Wyckoff Docks. And you can still see some of the pylons, the support beams right here of the old dock. So, but they was here swimming. They started swimming, and all of a sudden, Lester started screaming, extremely horrible, extremely horrible. And his friends noticed from the beach here that something was happening to him, and he was being attacked. And blood was coming up everywhere in the water. Well, Lester was actually getting attacked by a shark. Now, they believe it was a tiger shark that had made its way down through this creek here from the ocean. And it attacked Lester. Now, the kids were franticking, and they were screaming, and they went running up the ridge up it through here, and they finally was able to get somebody to get down here, some people to get down here. And there was people screaming as this was happening. And a fellow by the name of Stanley Fisher, well, he made it down here, and he got into the water, and he got Lester away from the shark. But unfortunately, the shark came back up and attacked Stanley and killed Stanley. And of course, as this was happening, he released Lester's body, and Lester's body, well, it made it right on down through here. Well, they eventually retrieved Lester's body, which was right over. This used to be an old train trestle here before this. The stories to Jaws is so very similar, and I'm going to show you. This is some of the old newspaper clippings that happened back in 1916. As in the movie, if you remember, the townspeople, well, they put out a reward for the shark, and people are saying that they got the story from this story here, where in 1916 they had put out a reward to get this shark. This is Lester, and they had a $100 reward to capture the shark. If somebody could catch the shark, they'd get $100. And this is Stanley right here. They did catch a shark. They caught a tiger shark, I believe they said. And here is one of the rarest photos of this shark that they caught. And if you remember in the movie, they did the same thing. Now, when they cut open the shark, they actually did find flesh in the shark, human flesh, about 2 buckets full, around about 15 pounds of flesh. They're pretty sure that they got their shark. After they caught that shark, there was no more shark attacks in this area. But if you're ever in this area in Mattawa, you will notice this area right here. There is, in this location right here, you can see that they have put a plaque right here. And here is the plaque. This is what it says right here. So, and it talks about Lester, 11 years old, and it talks about Stanley, and Stanley trying to save Lester. And so, what a story, right? So that's the part of the story that really seems like it's where they got a lot of the story for Jaws. So, okay, so let's do this. Let's go to some of the locations. If you remember the beginning of the movie, this scene right here, this kind of started the movie, right? And this is where I think her name is Chrissy in the water. Remember the scene, the opening scene where they show the shark, Jaws swimming, and she's on the beach, they're partying, and she gets in the water, and it's at night, which is, folks, it's a bad idea. And she's swimming, and all of a sudden, the shark comes up and grabs her. And this dude, he was on the beach there. Yeah. Remember that scene? Yep. That scene, let's go here. Okay, so this is where the scene, you saw that scene of the beach and where she was in the water. Well, this is where they took the scene, and it's hard. It doesn't go on out to the beach, but this is where they filmed that opening scene. And right there, here's a picture of her in the water, frantic. Can you imagine? That would be a horrible thing. Okay, so you remember Sheriff Brody? This is the house, and everything has changed. This house, if you remember the opening scene, go. All right, so here is Brody's house, Sheriff Brody. Remember in the movie? Let me take you to this. There. This is Sheriff Brody's house. I thought that was interesting because if you look at the house in the movie, was the movie in 1975, and this is what it looks like now, which they kept the little hut garage part and turned it in, looks like maybe to a little spare house. But yeah, the house, I don't know if they tore the whole house down and rebuilt this, but yeah, this is that location. Now the town, I found this interesting. The town here, this is part of the town. Remember, so here's the town. You remember the scene of the town? Here is the town in the movie Jaws. Okay, you remember where Sheriff Brody. But this is some of the areas here where they filmed the movie on the streets right here. So do you remember this in the movie? This scene here.
And he is going to continue to feed here as long as there is food in the water.
And there's no limit to what he's going to do. I mean, we've already had 3 incidents. 2 people killed inside of a week, and it's going to happen again. It happened before. The Jersey Beach.
1916, there were 5 people
chewed up in the surf.
In 1 week.
And notice how Sheriff Brody mentions the 1916 event.
Kill this animal, or you're going to cut off its food supply.
Larry, we have to close the beaches.
Brody, sick vandalism. That is a deliberate mutilation of a public service message. Now, I want those little paint-happy bastards caught and hung up by their Buster Browns.
Okay, so let's go to this location. I found that interesting. This is the sign location. This is the scene where they're talking about it at the lighthouse about the the sign and all that stuff, and Chief Brody is trying to get him to close the beach. The mayor of he's not having it. This is that location right here. Here we go. Here's that lighthouse, and then here's them talking. So how about that? That's pretty interesting. And you see the light pole and the lighthouse right there. So there we go, and there we go. That's where they were at. They were right here. I guess it was parked on the side of the road. The scene was right up the road here where they had put the sign, or the fake sign. I think honestly they should have left that sign. They should, they should have just left that sign. Of course, people, it probably would affect people, the beaches and all that. So, but the swimmers and all. If you remember this scene in the movie, you remember this is the actual location I used at the ferry to go across over there. So, yeah. Some of this stuff, as you can see, it's changed so much. It really has, since the time they made this. I mean, they filmed the movie in 1973, 74, got released in 1975. So yeah, so okay. But
hey, Mike, I know you got a lot of problems downtown, but I've got a couple of problems at the house I wish you could take care of.
One, I've got some cats parking in front of the house. I can't get down to the office, and that garbage truck next to the office has garbage.
So what I need is a red zone. It's a simple thing you can take care of. You.
Remember the dog scene. And there actually was an event that happened in the 1916 event about a dog that went missing, and the same location, and the shark had got him. This is where the shark had attacked a little child in the movie. So, and remember this scene. This is kind of similar to what happened in 1916. The parents were looking for their child. What a sad thing. Boy, this movie, holy cow, it made such an impact on me when I watched this movie. This is actually the beach right here that they filmed part of that scene at. And you can see the bridge right here. This is where they filmed a lot of the part of the movie there. So yeah, there was a lot of similarities to 1916 parts in the movie, and it's just crazy. I mean, it really is. And I think the thing that people really, they talk about, the sharks and all, but you have to understand too, this is their territory. Water is their territory. And, and it's a natural thing for them to mistake a human for like a seal or a big old fish or something. Because sharks, it's like Richard Dreyfuss said, the shark expert. He said in the movie, sharks, their whole point of life is to eat, sleep, and make baby sharks. And that's what they do. And they look for food in the water. And for whatever reason, this shark made it down this way. True events came to be, about a shark attack. The thing I would say about this is that if you're in the water, even close to the ocean, shallow water, keep an eye out, because sharks are looking for food. And they can get, as you can see, they can get far into the land. So anyway, folks, I thought I would bring this to you. I'm sorry I was all over the place, but it's hard to do it this way when you've got several programs going. But I was trying to kind of point out some of the similarities to to Jaws and the real life things that happen in Mattawa, New Jersey. Boy, crazy stuff though. But can you imagine just being on the with all this happening, you know, just, and really, you're not even thinking this far inland would be any sharks, but that's, you know, history tells us that, yep, it does happen, and it has. So, well, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, if you will, please do so. I'll let you know when I've got another all over the place video. I just thought this one was so interesting, the story, and it really is, because it just makes you wonder, you know, wow, it's hard to believe that even way back then that kind of stuff happened with sharks, and they didn't have the technology back then and that we have, and they didn't have the understanding of sharks either. They never looked at them that they were man-eaters, you know. So interesting. All right, folks, well, thank you so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a safe week. If you're planning to go to the beach, please be careful. and until next time, folks, this is George, and well, we'll see you down the road. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.